Section 4.4, the rectangular coordinate system. In this section, you will understand vocabulary associated with the rectangular coordinate system, and you will plot ordered pairs in a rectangular coordinate system. A rectangular coordinate system is formed by two number lines, one horizontal and one vertical, that intersect at a 0 point of each line. The point of intersection is called the origin. The two lines are called coordinate axes, or simply axes. So the point where they intersect right here is the origin. This horizontal axis is the x-axis. The vertical axis, the y-axis. The axes determine a plane, which can be thought of as a large flat sheet of paper. The two axes divide the plane into four regions called quadrants, numbered counterclockwise from 1 to 4. So notice, this is a quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4, counterclockwise. Each point in the plane can be identified by a pair of numbers called an ordered pair. The first number of the pair measures a horizontal distance and is called the abscissa. That's the x, or the abscissa. The second number of the pair measures a vertical distance and is called the ordinate, or the y. The coordinates of a point are the numbers in the ordered pair associated with the point. The abscissa is called the first coordinate of the ordered pair, and the ordinate is called the second coordinate of the ordered pair. Graphing or plotting an ordered pair in the plane means placing a dot at the location given by the ordered pair. The graph of an ordered pair is the dot drawn at the coordinates of the point in the plane. The points whose coordinates are 3, 4, and negative 2.5, negative 3 are graphed in the figure below. So let's just look at these a little more carefully. When we graph these, we always start at the origin. So let's just look at 3, 4. The 3 is your x, the 4 is your y. So to plot the ordered pair 3, 4, remember the first number 3 is the first number will always take us left or right. It will take us right if it's positive, and it will take us left if it's negative. The second number, which is the y, will take us up or down. It will take us up if it's positive, and it will take us down if it's negative. So this is what we do. Starting at the origin, we're going to go right 3, 1, 2, 3, and now we're going up 4 because our y is positive, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that puts our point right here, 3, 4. Let's look at the second ordered pair. Once again, we're starting at the origin, only now negative 2.5. Our x is negative, so that's taking us left 2.5, and that's 2.5. 1, 2, so we're going halfway through the next one. And then negative 3, so our y is negative, so we're going down 1, 2, 3. So that point would be right there. When drawing a rectangular coordinate system, we often label the horizontal axis x and the vertical axis y. In this case, the coordinate system is called an xy coordinate system. The coordinates of the points are given by ordered pairs, x, y, where the abscissa is called the x-coordinate and the ordinate is called the y-coordinate. Let's practice just plotting points. Remember, we're going to start at and just notice I have an x here. I don't have a y up. Oh yeah, the y is there. For some reason I didn't see it right away. Okay, so let's plot the ordered pair 4, 5. We always start at the origin. I'm going to go right 4. And remember, you don't count 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't count until you move. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a positive 5, so we're going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That point is right there. And I'll just put an A next to it. B, we have negative 4, negative 5. So we're going left negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our y is negative 5, so we're going down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C, negative 1, positive 3. That will take us left 1, up 3. 1, 2, 3. D, positive 3, negative 1. We're going right 3. 1, 2, 3. Our y is negative, so going down 1. Negative 7 1/3. Let me just go ahead and approximate that so we can see where it is, just it as a mixed number. You know that it's going to be negative 3 goes into 7 2 times with 1 left over. So negative 2 1/3, and we'll just have to approximate where that is. And then just also just glancing at h, pi is 3.14, so we'll just go a little bit past the 3 and a little bit past the 1 on that one. Okay, we won't worry. And then a half is just halfway, okay? So where are we at? We're at E, so we're going to go right half, so that's going to be halfway between 0 and 1, so about right there. And then we're going to go down 2 1/3, so 1, 2, and then just a little more, so I'm just going to put it about right there. And try to get that to disappear. Boy, my point disappeared too. Half, 1, 2 1/3. Close enough. That's my E. I'm not going to redo it. It looks more like negative 2 1/2, but it's close enough. All right. Now be careful here. Remember, this is your X and this is your Y. So it says go left negative 2, but don't go up or down. So that's a point. Notice your y is 0, but that's a point that's directly on the x-axis. So if your y is 0, your point will be directly on the x-axis. Zero, 0, that's your origin. You're not going anywhere. And then h, let's go right 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll go a little bit farther and then go up a little bit past 1. Good enough. All right, so that's how you plot ordered pairs. A map of a national park is drawn so that the origin is placed at the ranger station. 4 fire observation towers are located at points A, B, C, and D. Estimate the coordinates of the fire towers relative to the ranger station. All distances are in miles. So really, I'm just looking for the ordered pairs for each of these points. So starting from the origin, how would you get to point A? And remember, I need the X and then the Y. So the X coordinate, we would have to go left negative 2, and then we would have to go down, so that would be negative 3. So negative 2, negative 3, and we put those in parentheses with a comma in between them. Point B, oh, I made a mistake on that. I was looking at the A and not the actual point. So let me go to my eraser. Oh dear, let me see if it won't let me erase. I'm sorry about that. Let me go back to my pen, felt tip pen. Okay, A, notice it's this point, so we're going to negative 1, negative 3. That's better. Then to get to B, we're going to go left to negative 2 and then up to positive 3. C, It looks, now notice with C we're going halfway between 3 and 4. So let's put that as 3.5. And then we're going up to halfway between 1 and 2. So that looks like 1.5. I'll put that as 1.5. Point D, we're going right. It's halfway between 1 and 2, so it looks like we're going right to about 1.5. Going down, -2. When you go to do your work in WebAssign, it will be more like this. Now I realize that you did not have the grid in your book, but I thought it would be good to have a visual when you're answering these questions, so I went ahead and just put one in here. Remember that when you're naming quadrants, this is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Okay, so we're answering the question, does the point lie on the x-axis, the y-axis, or in quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, or quadrant 4? So -5, 4, we would go, starting from the origin, we would go left -5 and then up 4. So you can see that's in quadrant 2. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. So why don't we just say a Q2? Or we could just put a 2. -4, 0, well, we would go left to -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we wouldn't go up or down, would we? It would just be right there. So you can see that is right on the x-axis. Left or right 0, go down to -17. So it's going to be right on the y-axis, way down here somewhere at -17. -8, -20, we're going to go left to -8, and then we'll go down to -20. So you can see that's going to be in quadrant 3. +30 will take us to the right. -50 will take us down. So first we'll go right, and then we'll go down. So you can see we will be in quadrant 4. 45, 62, that's a positive, which will go right, and then we will go up. So that will put us in quadrant 1. And I believe, like I said, those problems will be similar to what you will see in WebAssign. This takes us to the U-try. We can whip through this pretty quickly. Plot the following points and label accordingly. All right, 3, 4. So we're going to go right 3, up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. B, left -2, 1, 2, and up 2. C, -5, so that's taking us left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -2 is taking us down. D, left or right 0, so don't go anywhere but go down 2. That's a point that's directly on the y-axis. 0, 0, not going anywhere, that's our origin. 3, 0, going to the right 3, don't go up or down. Our y is 0, a point directly on the x-axis, and there you go. And then the next U-try is just like the one we did on the previous slide. Recall quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4, x-axis, y-axis, left or right 0, up 20. So that's just going straight up. So you can see that that's going to be a point on the y-axis. The next point, 8, 12, we'll go right 8 and up 12. So that's going to be in quadrant 1. -8 will take us left and then down. So that's going to be in quadrant 3. -20 will take us left, but then it's not going to take us up or down. So that's going to be a point out here somewhere directly on the x-axis. Left to -8 will take us this way, and then we're going to go up somewhere to 12. So that's going to be in quadrant 2. Positive 12 is to the right, and then down to -8 will put us in quadrant 4. All right, so we breezed through section 4.4 pretty quickly.